Today, polymorphism and abstraction first. Is actually polymorphism. Polymorphism means what? Defining an object that shows different behavior. Defining an object that shows different behavior, different behavior while communicating with while communicating with different types of objects. With the different types of objects. Is actually what is this? While communicating with different types of objects. Like for example, take one person. Take one person. For example, Amar. So Amar is a person while communicating with different types of people like Amar's father, like Amar's friend, like Amar's superior. From person to person. For example, Amar talking with a father, Amar talking with a friend, Amar talking with a superior. So everywhere just talking only, communication only. Communication. But the way of talking is different. The way of talking is different. That is what we call defining an object. Nothing but here it is a Amar is a object. Amar is an object that shows different behavior. Behavior means what? Name. But with the same name. But why different behavior means what? The way of behaving, the way of talking is different. Is different while communicating with the different types of objects. This is general example. It's a general example. And here polymorphism generally two types. Polymorphism, it is of two types. First one is a compile time polymorphism. Second one is a runtime polymorphism. First one is compile time. Second one is a runtime. First of all, what is compile time polymorphism? What is compile time? Actually, it is called static binding, and it is method overloading technique. Method overloading technique. What is method overloading? Overloading is the concept of writing more than one method with the same name, writing more than one method with the same name, but different signature. N number of methods you can define. For all the methods, you can use the same name. Name is the same. But signature means what? Arguments. what all the arguments you are passing must be different. So that is what we call a different signature. Sir, where we can implement means what? Within the class we can implement. We can implement within the class. See, for example, we are taking one class. Class name is a concept name static bind. Inside we are writing main function main. See, this is the execution starting point, like a static binding dot main. This is not our concept, just starting point. And here we are writing one more class. This is actually class name is a calculator. Calculator is a class name. Here it is in the calculator. Two methods we are writing. Two methods. First of all, we are writing method add method. It is taking two arguments and it is adding, like sum is equals to x plus y, and here it is that displaying that some value, that is, and here it is from the main. If you want to execute, simply we are calling like a calculator dot add. That's all. And it is taking two arguments 10 comma 20. Either it is a class level or it is a object level. That is your wish. Sir, I want to make it object level means what? Just put the self. Variable is a self. If it is with self means what? Object level. Without self means what? Class level. But whatever it is, no problem. Here it is a wherever we are executing this one. See, here it is at some value 10 plus 20, 30. It is showing 30. It is showing. Now suppose same function we are writing once again. Definition add x comma y comma z. 3 it is taking. Now s is equals to x plus y plus z. And same story that print sum. Here it is a s value. S value we are collecting, that is. And here it is a calculator dot add 10 comma 20 comma 30. 10 comma 20 comma 30. All the three. 10 comma 20 comma 30. And whenever we are executing, then is the second one executes. Second one, see, 10, 20, 30. But here one problem is there. We are thinking that everything is executed perfectly. If you call two numbers, it is executing two numbers. And if you call three numbers, it is executing three numbers. Suppose. And now I want to call two numbers also. Two numbers is nothing but two arguments also we need to pass. And here it is a whenever we are calling calculator dot add 10 comma 20, and whenever we are trying to execute you will get error message. Sir, why function is there na? Of course function is there, but that will be overridden by the next method in the same class. Python doesn't support compile time polymorphism. Why? A simple reason: compiler is not there. There is no process of compilation in Python. There is no process of compilation in Python. So compiler related things it is not supporting. It is not supporting compiler related things. That is okay. And next one. This is calculator and add is a static binding. Next one, dynamic binding. See, dynamic binding already we have seen. Dynamic binding already we have seen, but now in many ways. Runtime polymorphism means what? This is called dynamic binding. It is also called dynamic binding. It is method overriding technique. We know already method overriding. Overriding is the concept of defining a method in the child class with the same name and same signature of its parent class. Method overriding means what? In parent class, suppose one method is there with the same name and same signature, just defining a method in the child class. So it can be implemented only in parent-child relation. See, it can be implemented within the class. Static binding, overloading. But overriding means what? Only in parent-child relation. Overriding can be implemented only in a parent-child relation. Only in a parent-child relation we can implement. The overriding already we have seen in a different ways, just how to call. We'll see in different ways how to call. We'll see. Suppose here first separately main class we are writing main class, or from the child class only you can access. Child is extending from parent, Here starting point we are writing starting point, just child dot main, and one more parent class we are writing parent class. In a parent class, one method. So generally, suppose object level we are taking first of all. printer, it is parents fun. It is parents fun. And here it is overriding means what? Same method we are writing in a child class also. This is actually called override. And here it is just we are writing the child's fun. We know that already we have seen in last sessions. That is just like a what child contains the same function why we are writing once again. Same function why we need to write once again. So very simple here. Already we discussed that. Suppose in one mobile, like here it is a iPhone only. iPhone is a 5S model, and here it is a cam option is there. Cam, and here it is just like a 8 megapixel cam concept. Now they are going to launch that next version. For example, for iPhone 6s is there. 6s. And here whenever we extending, automatically the functionality will come into that next version also. It's nothing but 6s also. And here it is, but the problem is the camera what we introduced in 5s want to change in a 6s model. The same functionality I don't want to use. The same functionality I don't want to use. So once again we are writing the same method but with a different functionality. But with a different functionality. That is 8 megapixel to 12 megapixel. That is actually called overriding concept. Called overriding concept. Here, in different ways, we can call that overriding method. That overridden method we can call in different ways. Suppose here it is the first way. Suppose here it is the first way. Like I want to create object for child. Object for child. Using this obj whenever we are calling this fun, it gives the priority to child only. Child's fun. Sir, I want to access parents' fun also. You are in which area? Very, very important. You are in which area means what? This is class level area. In a class level, you can call like this, or easy way. Just fun, you call it as a class level only. Parent class fun method. Child class fun method. But while calling what we have to pass, obj and obj. So it will call parent class fun method. And self means what? It's a combined object, very, very important. We already discussed that separately objects will not be created for all the classes which are present in the hierarchy, nothing but present in the inheritance concept. Separate objects will be created for all separate objects. So it will go and separate objects will not be created, a combined object will be created. So the same object we are passing to parent and child. If you pass to parent, it will collect only parent functionality. If you pass to child, it will collect the child functionality. That is. So When we execute this, see parents one and the child's one. Sir, suppose a grandparent is also there. How many levels? No matter. How many levels? No matter. Just grandparent, grandparent, and here it is a grandson, grandson. That is. Here it is in the same way, just grandparent dot fun, obj. That's all. When we run this one, parents one, child's one, grandparents one is giving. And here it is a, sir, suppose if it is a class level area, now it is object level area. Like in a child class, one method is there. This is object level method. How to call actually first object level function? Obj dot access. Then it will come and store into this self. First of all, from here how to call means what is the same story. Same story, grandparent dot fun, but here we cannot pass obj. Why, sir? Obj is a local variable of main function. Obj is a local variable of main function. You cannot access from outside. You are in object level area, na? It's better in object level area. Always we use in object level area. Always we use self to refer the object. Self. Next one, parent dot fun self. Child dot fun self. Like this. It is also same story. Very simple. If you are in a class level area, you please use what we have to use, obj, object reference variable. And if you are in a parent level area, if you are in an object level area, then instead of using that obj, you please use a self. That is. See, method overriding means what? Just updating the object behavior. And here it is, Python supports only runtime polymorphism, like a method overriding technique. It doesn't support method overloading. It doesn't support method overloading because method overloading means is a concept of compile time binding. But here it is a Python doesn't support that compilation and all. That's why it is not supporting compile time binding. It's not supporting compile time binding. So this is polymorphism. And here a last concept is there in object orientation is called abstraction. First of all, what is an abstraction? Abstraction means, actually according to the definition, hiding unnecessary details of object and shows only essential features. Hiding unnecessary details and shows only essential features. Nothing but, suppose you are communicating with someone. What are the things required to communicate? Only visible, remaining things not visible. Suppose you are communicating, if you want to call someone with your mobile, in your mobile, unnecessary parts of your mobile covered with a panel, like what is the RAM color, what is the processor size, and everything will be covered with a panel. To communicate, what are the things required? Only shown on a screen, that is on a menu bar. That is actually one kind of abstraction. And next one, abstraction means what? That will explain what an object can do, but instead of how it is doing, it will not explain. Like for example, take the shutdown button. Take the shutdown button. See, whenever you click on a shutdown button, the system will power off. Sir, how it will power off? What is happening in the background? How it will power off the system? That will not explain. What it will do means what? It will power off the system. Only that will explain. It's a simple thing. Okay. For example, whenever you are driving the car, suddenly if you want to increase the speed, we will accelerate. Whenever you accelerate, automatically the speed will increase. Automatically the speed will increase. But how it is increasing the speed? It will not explain. The thing is what? Accelerator increase the speed. What accelerator can do will explain. But how it is doing, that is not explained to the driver. That will be understandable by manufacturer, or that will be understandable by mechanic and all, but not by the driver. That is hiding unnecessary details and shows only what an object can do. Shows only essential features, nothing but abstraction concept. Nothing but abstraction concept. That is okay.